The aircon's on, the headset's ready. Give me only one thing. It's time to climb Everest with Everest VR. So it's done, it's finished. I just climbed Everest and I hardly worked up a sweat. So I just finished going through the Everest VR experience and I thought I'd kind of share my thoughts with you on kind of how that played out. So I think it's key to make the point this is an experience, it's not a game. So think of it more like a mini encyclopedic experience of Everest. So I'll get to, I guess, the negative things out of the way to start with. First off, I think it's too expensive for what it is. It's like £20, and I think it should really be half that. So I think £10 would make it kind of reasonable. I kind of compare this to the Blue, which is the other experience which I really rated, the underwater experience. So I think the price should really be similar to that. It's kind of pretty short as well, so it's kind of about half an hour you spend in the experience itself, and you don't actually do much. So there's a fair bit of narration going on, and you're kind of flying around, which also is a bit strange because you look down and you're kind of hovering around, which is kind of a little bit disconcerting. And there's really kind of only kind of 4 or 5 sections where you're kind of actually doing anything. So I mean the graphics are really good, so it's nice to see. Obviously it's not something I'm going to see for real life, so that was quite good. It wasn't actually as immersive as I thought it would be as well. I think what disappoints me the most is there's been a lot of hype about this experience. So I read kind of reports in the press about people couldn't make it all the way through because they felt too queasy and they had to stop, and you kind of build up this picture of some really immersive experience, and people are gonna, being sick or feel they need to stop. And I guess if you have a big issue with heights, it may be a slight issue. Like I said, the flying around piece, I can imagine if you didn't like that sense of disconnection, it could be a bit off-putting. The actual, I guess then, so the good bits, so I said it is good that you get to do a little bit where you're kind of holding on and moving along and climbing ladders and things. There's a bit at the beginning where you're kind of crossing a precipice, I guess, on a short ladder. That's kind of a little bit disconcerting because you kind of, things are cracking a little bit, so you kind of ease yourself forward quite slowly. Also towards the end, when you're getting to the peak of Everest, you're on kind of on a cliff's edge, so you kind of walk across that quite carefully as well. So those are really good bits. Also quite a funny bit where you have to climb into a tent to spend the night. Really it's just a few seconds and you unzip and you're out again. So that was kind of fun, having to crawl around on the floor to get in there. So yeah, I mean this is a really short review really. You'll see at the end of this video a couple of clips of the experience. Not much really, because like I said, there's not really too much to it. So I think the graphics are really good. I think this is a good experience to demo and show to people. Definitely good for trade shows and things, trying to get people invested in the VR experience. I don't think it's as immersive as the Blue, which again is the only thing I have it compare it to. So yeah, a little bit disappointed. I think if you've got, I think it's on £18 right now. If you've got £18-20 you're willing to spare, and you're going to be showing this to lots of people, then I think yeah, it might be worth your money. I think if not, you're going to be disappointed. Like I said, the graphics are good, but it's not great. And you kind of get to the top of Everest and you're kind of like, that was really quick, and yeah, the view's not too bad. And now that's the end. There is a God mode, which I kind of thought would be awesome, but really it isn't. It's just like you're a giant and you can look down over the different glaciers, and that's kind of about it. So a bit disappointing. So perhaps save your money or give it a go at someone else's house, or club together with a mate and give it a go. I do think it's worth having a go of the experience if someone else has that available to you. But personally, I don't recommend investing in this experience right now. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. And like I said, at the end of this video, we'll just have a couple of shots of the VR experience itself, some snapshots, some video footage from my go at it. Thanks again, cheers for watching, bye for now.
The pinnacle of human achievement. We know her as Everest. To conquer her will require patience and endurance. Though the final ascent to the top of Everest only takes 24 hours, summiting takes weeks of adjusting to the extreme height. Prone to avalanches, its topography ever-changing, it would be impossible to traverse without the Sherpa.
Grab the ascenders and lean forward slightly. The ladder is going to wobble a bit, but it's secure. Trust me. Keep going. Just let me know when you are ready to leave.
You need to rest. Look for the blue tent. Get inside and try to get some sleep.
Careful! Secure the rope! Good job! Grab the ascenders. Take your time. Just let me know when you are ready to leave.
People ask me, what is the use of climbing Mount Everest? And my answer must at once be, it's of no use. There is not the slightest prospect of any gain whatsoever. Oh, we may learn a little bit about the behavior of the human body at high altitudes. And possibly medical men may turn our observation to some account for the purposes of aviation. But otherwise, nothing will come of it. We shall not bring back a single bit of gold or silver, not a gem, nor any coal or iron. If you cannot understand that there is something in man which responds to the challenge of this mountain and goes out to meet it, that the struggle is the struggle of life itself, upward and forever upward, then you won't see why we go. What we get from this adventure is just sheer joy. And joy is, after all, the end of life. We do not live to eat and make money. We eat and make money to be able to live. That is what life means and what life is for. George Mallory.